my mind just starts filling it with images.
Yep.
And I just see like, Beth, I know you're going to know what I'm talking about. But like, I just see like a grandma and grandpa, like during cocktail hour, holding a wine glass and then holding hands and just strolling past the lake with like the summer sun hitting them. Like, you can't get that. You can't always get that in other venues. It just
don't forget the swan in the background.
That's right. That's right. The swan. People love the swan.
And the arch.
And the arch. Thank you. But yeah, no, that's the vision that comes into my mind. I mean, so what I'm saying, folks, is like when you have your wedding at the pavilion, typically, would you say cocktail hours out like sort of in the grassy area? Yeah. So your folks just kind of spill out in this beautiful grass near the lake, and we have photos, and it's just
everyone smiles. Everyone
it's
is
hard
having.
Not to.
I know. Everyone's just like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed today. I needed to be here in this beautiful environment and escape what's happening in my life. Like it's just so powerful.
It is an
like
escape.
that.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And then once the evening sets in, this place transforms into this beautiful lit with the warm light and the chandeliers. It's just incredible. So tell us about how often do folks have their whole families stay here, like take over the whole place and stay for a weekend? Does that happen often?
Well, our overnight accommodations are popular. And so that also means that there is limited availability. So you need to get in as soon as you can. And you can book your wedding around what's available for overnight accommodation. So if you know that that's something that you need, then book in advance so that everyone can stay. We just added 24 rooms at the Casa. So we have...
Is that the boutique hotel?
Yes. So we have 24 rooms total now. It opens May 1st, so it'll be open when this airs. But it's gorgeous, and you can each have your own private room, or if you're staying in the villas, there's 4 rooms in each villa with a common area. So, if you want to see your aunts and uncles but not sleep right next to them, you can still do that. And I think that's awesome. You can, there's a shared patio behind each villa, and then there's a lake and a fountain behind the Casa. So each venue has its own beautiful views.
I can't wait to check out the boutique hotel.
I think another point to hit with staying here on property and getting ready. We do a 2-night minimum from May to October, which helps with the wedding guest, and it gives them the time to get in the villa the day before, get situated, get settled, and then if they have the entire villa rented, a lot of the girls like to bring in hair and makeup people, and they come here and get it done in the villas.
Getting ready photos are gorgeous.
It's not your typical salon photos where you see everywhere. It has the villas. You can get the wedding dress in, hanging in the background as the bride's getting her makeup done, and it's just little things like that to me make the difference.
Stacey, what I remember about Mara's wedding, Mara was one of 3 sisters, and so they had the whole villa, and so there was a bunch of bridesmaids, but her and her sisters were able just to go upstairs and have some quiet time together before she got in her dress. And that moment is something. I have 3 sisters myself, so I just kept thinking about myself and her shoes and what a special moment that was for them and how they needed that. They needed to have their own special time alone, and being in the villa allowed them to have that. And I'll never forget some of those photos that we took there. I mean, and I know they won't either.
We'll put them up, yeah.
Yeah, it's so special.
Yeah, as wedding photographers, there couldn't be a better place to photograph at. It's sort of like this kingdom with just so many different layers and so many different places to go. But getting ready in the villas is amazing, with the different rooms where you can sort of seclude yourself if you want, and then all come together. That's incredible. And like I said, just the feel, it's like I haven't been to Italy, but if I can imagine it, it kind of looks like this, the way and so these separate villas.
Well, honey, we've been to Napa, and you love Gervasi more than Napa.
Well, I don't like Napa. Yeah, I don't like Napa as much as
he's like, I'd rather go to Gervasi every day than Napa. Boring.
But yeah, you're right. I do love Gervasi. Well, the food's better, I think. So, anyway, so now you got me. Now I'm stumped. You got me. But yeah, but no, I just can't. I can't say it enough. We're super stoked to be here and to continue photographing weddings here. We have some amazing images from here, and the vineyards. When do the vineyards come in? I don't know anything about these grapes, but they're incredible when the fields are
they have
popping.
little buds on them now, I feel.
It won't be till late May, early June that they really start to be
They get
beautiful.
fuller and fuller
Yes.
as the season goes
Is it
on.
me or like you know that it's a vineyard and there's grapes on them, but it does take you by surprise when you really
Yeah, you're like, wait, you really do have
like
grapes
there's
Grapes,
growing here.
real grapes
Yeah.
on there.
Well, and we make wine out of the grapes that we're growing. Like,
Isn't
what?
That's exactly it, Beth. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, it's called a vineyard, and you're like, wait a minute, those are real.
like those
grapes.
are real grapes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like in Ohio, you don't think about a vineyard located in Ohio that you would be able to use the grapes from the vineyard to have your own family reserve line.
Yeah.
Well, and if you do think of a vineyard in Ohio, you think maybe there's like a pot with some, I don't know. I think of like a very miniature version.
yeah.
But there are just rows and rows.
Acres of
Like
it.
grandpa's backyard.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
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 My Uncle Jim.
Yeah. Exactly.
So again, you gals must be. I mean, we were. How would I say this? I'm not shocked to hear you guys have been here for 7 years. You sound very passionate about your jobs.
Absolutely.
And you portrayed that to us in our communications before this and even before we started the podcast.
And your dedication, like you guys have been here a long time. Like you are dedicated. You guys are awesome.
And I'm sure you've been to other weddings around Ohio and other places. So what, like, again, I hate to say like a take home message, but like if I was a bride, so again, it's funny as you mentioned Mara, is she hardly even, I don't think she actually was, so many different ways people can get to this place from all over the country. I keep thinking like this is really a destination for a lot of folks. So what like really at the end of the day, what do you absolutely love about this place where you think Gervasi? What do you guys think when you think Gervasi weddings?
I think just welcoming, amazing staff. As soon as you pull onto property, you are greeted with a smile. You are greeted with a welcome. Our staff goes above and beyond.
That's true.
At every step. And, we really try to make your stay special because a lot of the people visiting here are celebrating something. They are going to remember this. They chose to spend their special day with us. And we appreciate that. And we really, really, really want to show that we want you to be here and we want you to have a good time. We want you to remember your experience, not just that you got married there. We want you to remember that you were crying and we got you a tissue. It's the simple things. It's raining and your hair was going to get frizzy and we held the umbrella for you all the way down the aisle and then we ran away so you could get that one photo right before the frizz hits. Like we will do
Dresses
everything
covered in
that we
mud,
can.
and I'm on my
Yes.
hands and knees getting with the
Yes.
polishing cloth and
I've-
the club soda and getting the
Yes.
mud out so you don't see it in the photos.
Or picking out, like the little fruit flies out of a tulle dress.
It's a real
because she was off taking pictures. Who knows where? They're probably gorgeous, but that tulle net is like a
Bug catcher.
Bug
yes,
catcher.
yeah.
Yes.
So we will do all that we can to help you out, make sure that you are happy and excited and ready and calm. I think that's really important too, that you show that you know what you're doing and that you've seen crazy things happen before, but we have a solution for a lot of those issues. And if we don't, we can think of it.
Yeah.
We're not worried.
Right.
We'll get it
Gotcha.
taken
We
care of.
work together as a team. So when there is something that you can't see the door for, I go to Kendall and say, I have this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. What do you think? And we are able to collaborate and make sure that they do get the day that they envision.
Well, and I think that we're each other's yin and yang. Like she focuses on certain things, I focus on certain things. So she's like, well, we got to do it this way because this, and this. I'm like, well, but what happens to her hair if she walks through that? Or what happens to this? So
Good
we
point.
play
Good
devil's
point.
advocate already. Or like we even role play. Like when we're trying to figure out a solution, I'll play the bride, she'll play,
I would like to see
Good cop,
that.
bad cop.
yeah, just so that we can
Yes.
figure out. Because what are they going to want? Does she want that? And I really try to envision myself in their shoes and try to advocate for all of the things they want. And there's things that we can't do every time, but we try to make a good compromise that's going to go well. That's our goal at the end of the day. We want it to be successful. We want you to be perfectly happy with your result and your product that we're providing you. And so I think that's important.
Kendall said she was really nervous before this. You might as well just be the host. Welcome to
Yeah.
the Seth and Beth podcast with Kendall.
No way. No way.
There you go.
Kendall
I'm
and
just
Stacey.
overly chatty, especially if I'm nervous. I just keep saying stuff because I'm like, I don't want to miss anything. Let me just say 25 things when they ask for 2.
Well,
Provide it all.
Yeah.
when I see this passion, it's nice to see both of you so passionate about this jobs. I think in America alone, there's a lot of people who really dislike their jobs.
It's just a job.
It's really hard to like.
It's not like that for you guys.
No.
I couldn't do this job if I didn't feel passionately about it. I
Right.
think in order to care and to truly want them to have their day, you do need to care. And I always try and put myself in their shoes. If this was my wedding day, would I be okay with this answer? If not, let's figure out a way that we can still make this work within reason.
Are you hearing this?
Is that's the actual definition of empathy, right?
I guess. Well, don't give me. Listen, I'm not Webster.
Right. I think that is. I think that is empathy.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's what we all
that's what we all look for.
That's all we all look for. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, I think that there's a lot of places that you can do this exact job, but it's not for this company. And I think that's my whole goal in my position right now. I love the company, and I
Why
want
is
them.
that? What do they do for you that you love
I
so
think
much?
they are amazing. I have never worked anywhere that I felt more appreciated. I feel like they listen to us. If just like we had a bride that really wanted neutral colors in the pavilion planters, everyone did, and it was a thing that kept coming up. And we had just some cute plants. We have beautiful landscaping.